KD. Hey, congratulations for Emergency.
Thank you. This is very exciting.
Now, tell us the truth. What spawned this idea? Was it a bad drunken night?
Oh my. Well, not mine. Yeah, so I think honestly, I was always the person in my friend group in college who was like taking care of my friends when they would get to. So, but anyway, this came from a lot of different places. It was loosely inspired by incidents that actually happened to some of my friends.
Oh,
and
really?
so, I mean, loosely, not. But that was, I think that it started to spark like that kind of Goldilocks and the Three Bears sort of, if you see the movie, like the movie's premise is like, it's kind of Goldilocks and Three Bears from the perspective of the Three Bears. It's like, if you have a stranger walk into your home and like she's she's young and innocent looking and like blonde, and you are perceived as the Three Bears by society. Like, I think that this is very much about a story about how people of color in the United States have, like a burden of having to always anticipate how you're being perceived at all times, and especially people of color who are darker skinned. And I'm Latina, my family's from Los Angeles, and I grew up like, my dad is darker skinned and I'm a pale person, obviously, and I think like growing up with this knowledge that, just I would be on the phone with him and he would get like pulled over for like no reason, or like because he matched the description of a suspect. And it's like this idea that you can mitigate like that perception of yourself is in some ways like you can't really. And we wanted to do something that was about that like dramatized it, but also made it like poked fun at it. Like the fact that we live in a society where when you're in an emergency situation, ideally you should just be able to call 911 and be like, don't even think about it. But the reality is that for many people of color, you have to do this like moment where you're like, am I more afraid of this emergency or of calling 911 because of how this all looks? And, you don't want to be the person who's the exception. So, it came from a lot of places, I guess is the answer.
Well, it's a terrific social comedy that you turned into a comedy of error, and that's what's important about it.
Yeah, thank you. And I think that it's great to hear that people see it as like, it is like a comedy of errors. And I mean, because the stakes are so high, it's also kind of a thriller. So, I mean, I'm so glad we have it out there. It's so just amazing and humbling to be here. I mean, we started this as a short film, and we had Carrie and I, we made the short with no expectation that it would be a proof of concept for a feature film. We just wanted to make a cool short film, and like that it resonated so much with people, and that we had the opportunity to make it in the feature. It's a dream.
Well, it's awesome, and it's on Amazon, so congratulations. Thank you for speaking with us,
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.